We are going to talk about an upcoming event in the Memphis area. So, any and all of the Memphis area folks, West Tennessee, East Arkansas, North Mississippi, and beyond, it's like this is an event that you need to take a look at. It's coming up. It's September 30th and October 1st, and we'll get all that in just a second. But I have on the show today Jennifer Amos. She is the director of sales at Dunavant Logistics. She's also the elected president of the Memphis World Trade Club, folks. Jennifer, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm looking forward to our discussion. But how are things there in Memphis since I have moved to Central Arkansas? I miss a lot.
Good morning, Andy. Thank you so much for having me. I'm tickled to be here, my first podcast.
Let's get to what we're talking about. The Memphis World Trade Club. What's going on with that of recent?
Oh, goodness. Andy, we've missed you. We've had so much going on. This week, we had our monthly luncheon. We had Ryan Steinbach, who is VP of Intermodal Sales from the Union Pacific Railroad, speak to about 150 people over at the Hilton Memphis, speaking directly to the merger of the UP-NS, giving us our first national intercontinental railroad here in the United States. And with that, there was a big announcement from the city of West Memphis. They have started with a 1,000-acre industrial park to support the railroad. So that big announcement.
That's fantastic.
Yes, big news. Big news, hot off the press. We heard it first this week. Really.
So where's that going to be? Is it just expanding the current rail yard that's there, or what?
Great question. I have a map you can look at. Maybe if you want to put a link to it, we'll share it. But it's right over in Marion.
Right around that's fantastic.
The current railhead. Yeah. Big deal.
Well, and so what that's going to do is obviously increase the frequency and the ability for logistics companies and transportation companies, obviously, to move more goods in a shorter period of time, because you're talking about switching out. You got Marion, you got Memphis, you got there in North Mississippi, I got to tell you, is doing a lot of development. But all said and done, there's one of the things I noticed too, the Memphis area. Let me step back for a little bit and kind of set the stage as we're gearing up for your conference. Folks, the Memphis area has topped the regional, the gross regional product. You know, you hear of GDP, the gross domestic product. I said the U.S. national economic thing. Well, for each of the regions, you call it the GRP. The GRP in the Memphis area for the first time has topped over $100 billion in a year. And with that, it's actually 102.9, so almost $103 billion. That means that with the economic growth, there's been a 5% GRP growth year over year, which has been really good for the Memphis area. And it's been a long time coming, but it's just like all of a sudden it's skyrocketing. The employment situation in Memphis area is at an all-time high, 625,000 jobs in the Memphis area. People are being employed, and that's fantastic. Okay, so setting that out of that, folks, the logistics piece of it is about 20 to 25% of the GRP. Well, you've got FedEx, obviously, is the headquarters there, but you also have, to my understanding, there's probably about 2,300 different logistics companies operating in a warehouse or some kind of distribution center or something in and out of the Memphis area. So with that, there's well over 100,000 jobs that are attributed to the logistics industry. That's huge. That's a lot. And with that, you just heard where Jennifer was saying the development of 1,000, you say 1,000 acres, I guess.
1,000 acres.
That's
it's huge.
So rail yard or whatever, and just that's huge. All right, so let's keep going. Is now Memphis also is just again setting the stage. Memphis has the number one cargo airport in the world. Well, obviously FedEx is in behind that. That's the air express side, but there's also air cargo, and huge amounts of air cargo goes in and out of
Mhm.
there. The trucking distribution centers, the rail, as we're talking about. I know that there has been plans to build a river port so that barges can come up and transload from the barge to rail to truck to whatever in the area. Not sure where that's at, but I mean the point being is things are growing, and the employment situation is fantastic in Memphis. So all that to say, we have now with the Memphis World Trade Club having their annual conference.
Absolutely. So this is the fourth year for the Memphis Logistics Summit. We also have the Tech Innovation Day as well as Port Night. So we have coined this as Memphis World Trade Week. This is our 75th anniversary of Port Night. And a few years ago, we started really thinking, how can we expand this? How can we grow this community, get more people to our city? So we came up with the summit. Like I said, this is the fourth year that we've had it. It has increasingly grown. We've outgrown our space twice. So how lucky are we you know, um, to do that? We partnered with the chamber, the Greater Memphis Chamber,
Mm-hmm.
to make this bigger and better than anything that we had done before. And it's been a great partnership so far. And with that, we've also expanded into a partnership with Epicenter Memphis. They're sort of an incubator hub for tech startups. So they will be hosting an event on the first as well. And then, of
And
course,
so forgive
no,
me. What is it you partnered with that last? What was that last one?
Epicenter Memphis. They're sort of an incubator hub for any type of startup. So what they'll have on 10-1 is the opportunity for any startup to come and pitch their product, pitch their idea, and they will have a room full of industry leaders to give them feedback. And it's just really a great opportunity for someone who wants to be involved in the industry. Memphis is the place. You talk about all the things that we have going on here. We have 5 Class 1 railroads. We have, that tiny little company called FedEx that distributes all around the world. We have the Mississippi River. Then we've got our very, very intricate interstate system. You're not going anywhere in the United States without passing through Memphis. All
Mm-hmm.
freight goes through here. We are the logistics capital of the world. I think um, we surpassed Shanghai this past year.
Well, and like you said, as far as connecting the world there, and as far as the freight moving through from one part to the other, if you're by truck, obviously you're going through on I-40, you're east or west, or you wind up north and south. It's like a lot of truckers wind up coming into the Memphis area and then having to turn up onto I-55 heading north as far as towards St. Louis and Chicago, or they're heading south towards Louisiana area and Mississippi and all that, and the Gulf, uh, east and west. Obviously, it's a big, big, big distribution center. What that means also is one of the things from a manufacturer's perspective is the if you can locate your distribution center to the as close as you can to a cargo hub, if you will, and I'm talking the whole area here, it reduces your transportation costs. It reduces your delivery costs.
Mm-hmm.
So Memphis is definitely a key factor there. Now, one of the other things is Memphis is also a key factor in technology. I know one of the things, there's a data center that's actually more than one, I think, that's being built in or has been built in the in Memphis area. But the other side of it is not only artificial intelligence, but as you just talked about, is a lot of technological innovation. And so, with this summit here, this epicenter that's promoting this, I guess um, we're going to get to see, I guess, some new, latest, greatest type things. I know there's a lot of robotics training
Hmm.
going on through the University of Memphis and some others there that is paramount to so many industries, not only manufacturing but also in the logistics realm. But then you also have technological advances, everything from the computer programming, the hardware, and the maintenance of all of that. That generates jobs, and that's
Absolutely.
so important. And then logistics anymore is not like the everyday old. Let me just pick up a box and move it. Yeah, you physically still have to do those things, but technology is enabling these people to and operations become more efficient, not only from skeletal apparatuses that I've seen that employed, robots, pick and pack automation, all that kind of stuff. So that right there, your club, talk about that a little bit. Why should somebody be part of the Memphis World Trade Club?
We bring it all together. We have probably close to 300 active members in the city, and there's representation from at least 50 logistics companies, not just logistics companies, BCOs, beneficial cargo owners, steamship lines, actual carriers. We're the one place in the city where we're all friends. We all work together.
Yeah.
It's a great place. We get together once a month. We host several events, but we want to bring industry topics to the forefront and give everyone the platform to discuss it openly together. It's a great organization. We are very philanthropic. We're partnering with University and Olympic Training Institute to hand out some scholarships to non-traditional students. Um, Logistics is somewhat of a dying industry. A lot of people have aged out. A lot of people went out with COVID. And I do a lot of community outreach, work with a lot of children. When I speak about logistics, the one thing I would like for them to understand is not every role has wheels underneath it. We
Right.
have all of the supporting roles. You've got finance, IT, analytics, operations. You know, you can find something to do. And there's a lot of companies here. We would love to bring more talent in. And being a member of the World Trade Club, you have all of those opportunities at your fingertips from someone within the organization.
Well, and that's one thing you're hitting the nail on the head on one thing, Jen, is that there is everything is not just working in a warehouse or driving a truck or something like that. There's so many different aspects in the industry, and so your training as far as your schooling, skill development, all that. There's a lot of aspects that employ people in the logistics. So it's like you can usually find something that's going to be of your interest and keep going. All right, so let's talk about now again the I guess the summit. That's on September what
September
20
30th. The summit is going to
30th.
be on
Okay.
September 30th. We're hosting at the Peabody. We will be in the Skyway room. We have a full day of content, lots of great speakers, some familiar faces, but we've also got some new people coming in. We're really excited this year.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And then on October 1st, you've got where you've your logistics innovation showcase. So where's that going to be? Is that it
That
still
is
at the
going to
Peabody or
be
what?
at Epicenter.
Oh,
Um,
Epicenter. Okay.
just around the corner. It's on Peabody Place, right around the corner from the Peabody. That's going to be from 11 to 2. We're going to give any tech startups the opportunity to pitch their event, get some feedback. And from what I understand, there's a little bit of a challenge going on, and there will be an award.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
fantastic. Um, and then the greater, so folks, if you're interested, before we go too much further, it's I assume it's going to be on your website, the World Trade Club website, right?
Yes, everything is up now. Feel free to check out our website. It's
Mm.
memphisworldtradeclub.com.
There you go.
There you go.
And then with that, um, I
The
guess
grand
then is the
finale
big
is
port,
port night.
the grand
Yeah.
finale. Now, folks, I got to tell you, if you are not used to this and you're in that Memphis area and in this industry, even if you're not in it, I got to tell you, there are people that fly in from all over the country that come to attend this event. It used to be called New Orleans Port Night or whatever because the New Orleans Memphis is within the New Orleans district as far as um, customs clearance and all that.
Yes.
So it is a formal affair, I guess. It's like it is quite extravagant. It is great, and people have a wonderful time. But that's all right. So that's October 1st. Where at is it
It is
at the
in the Grand
Peabody?
Ballroom at the Peabody. We're really looking forward to celebrating that relationship between New Orleans and Memphis. This is our 75th year hosting the event. We're expecting close to 1,000 people from all around the
Oh my
world,
gosh!
heads of steamship lines, company CEOs, everyone. If you are in the logistics industry, you're anywhere in the area, this is the place you want to be on October 1st. Um, Here we're going to have a great band, open bars, some fresh Gulf shrimp from New Orleans. It's going to be a lovely evening.
Well, I know that it was the banquet itself is. I mean, the last I was there 2 years ago. I wasn't there. I missed this past year, but 2 years ago, and there was 800 people there. It was a great time. It was wonderful seeing so many good friends and whatnot. So I'm planning on being there and looking forward to seeing some folks. But then afterwards, and folks, you can cut a rug because it's always a great time. And there's a lot of dancing there and whatnot. I think I kind of shocked a few folks when I'm strutting around with my cowboy hat and boots on.
You know, Andy, I think that's the first place I met you about 6 years ago was at Port Night.
Probably was. It
I believe
probably
it
was.
is.
Everybody's like, who
Wearing
is
the
this guy with the hat?
hat. Yeah.
So, well, it was a wonderful time. I will say this again is that the networking that goes on there, I actually wound up getting to talk to several folks, several executives of different companies. And so you expand your network. You see what's going on there in the Memphis area, and I'm going to tell you, if you're a company that is interested in putting in a distribution center, this would be a good summit to go to.
Hmm.
A conference on the 30th. You can see, from 11 to 2:30 there, the epicenter there to see what kind of the latest things are going on, but also attending that night. I'm telling you, one of the best things that is to talk to people. You meet people not in a meeting. You wind up developing a relationship and expand your network through, socializing and socializing. What better than a banquet and the time there and all that. So I would definitely say this is a fun time. I know a lot of people in the area love looking forward to this scenario there. So, but anyway, with that said, now is this will there be a transition to a new president, or do you still have another year on your term?
No, my tenure ends in December, so elections will come in November. It's a 5-year process,
Mm-hmm.
and what a cherry on top.
Ah,
Going off with our 75th birthday, and couldn't have asked for a better year.
it's well, I have seen a lot of what's been going on. You've done a phenomenal job. one of the things too is the monthly luncheons. Here's something else for those in the area. Again, they have these monthly luncheons that you've gone outgrown the country club that you were at, and you're now telling me you're having them at the Hilton, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the speakers are well worth it. I always enjoyed going whenever I could, and so with that, hopefully I'll get to come back around and attend some of these in the near future. But
Yeah.
looking forward to September 30th and October 1st. And again, with seeing not only yourself, but so many of the great folks from the Memphis World Trade Club, the Epicenter, the Greater Memphis Chamber, and all of that. It's just that is a collaborative effort, folks. I'm telling you, if
It
you
is.
are looking for an area for your company to prosper, the Memphis area is definitely well worth it as far as any of your logistics needs.
All your logistics needs.
Yeah. All right. Any last words before we sign off here?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for your support. We hope you can make it to not only Port Night, but to the Logistics Summit and Tech Day as well. Hope to see you there.
All right. Looking forward to it. Folks, again, the Memphis World Trade Club.com is the website. We'll have a link to on our show notes. And with that, hopefully get to see you there. And if you see me, please come up and say hi. And hopefully you will, again, say that you're a listener of the Simply Trade podcast and consider becoming a member of the Memphis World Trade Club. All right, folks, have a great day.
Thank you.